Welcome back to the Fourth and Inches podcast. So right now, there's a whole lot going on right now in free agency. So many teams making that big push, trying to get to the Super Bowl. So let's get right into it. First off, let's talk about this Deshaun Watson trade to the Browns. That is blockbuster. So we have Deshaun Watson going to the Browns for three first-round picks, a fifth, and a third-round pick. So what do you guys think about this?
I'd say that was a really good move for the Browns, and it was good on the Texans for finally getting rid of that Deshaun Watson thing.
I mean, yeah, he has been out of football for a whole year now.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
think
no one
that's a
knows
good
this.
price.
No one knows if he's been working out or not. I
Yeah.
hope he's been, but he maybe hasn't been.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to wait and see what he shows on the Browns.
you know, it would be the most Browns thing if he shows up and he's not doing good, and they just absolutely suck.
And they
Yeah.
wasted
It would.
3 first-round picks.
I would
Deshaun
rather-
Watson's about to be Johnny Manziel.
Yes,
Yeah,
Oh
sir.
man.
I'd
That
rather-
team's actually looking kind of scary. That defense, Myles Garrett.
But here's the thing, though. I feel like their receiver core isn't really that good, because
And Amari Cooper.
he's not like a beast wide receiver. Like sometimes he just gives up on plays. I bet you guys have heard the stories. Like there was this one time when like the division was on the line when he was in Dallas, and he got benched because he wasn't trying.
Oh wow.
Damn.
So I think they need to get a few more receivers. I heard a report saying that they
mean-
might get Jarvis Landry again, but that should be interesting.
Wait,
I could see Landry
they
coming
just
back.
rated-
They have a very good quarterback in Watson. Landry's gonna come back. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And then, you see how, like on Deshaun Watson, you see what Atlanta lost out on because Deshaun went to the Browns.
What did they lose out?
Well, yeah.
They lost out on a number of key free agents like Jarvis Landry, and a couple others that I can't remember off the top of my head. But I remember seeing that they had, I think, 3 free agents that if Deshaun was traded, they would have instantly signed.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
Yeah, I bet all of those players are like, wait till you get Deshaun Watson, and then I'll sign with you.
Yeah, because no one wants to play with Matt Ryan.
Yep.
Sucky.
I mean, the Falcons, right? I never understood why Deshaun wanted to go there. Like, I understand it's in Georgia and he was brought up there, but like it's the Falcons, like Ridley's not playing. Russell Gage is gone. Who do they have? And Cordero Patterson. That's the only one.
What do you think the chances of a Julio Jones reunion are? He just got released by the Titans.
I think he's going to Green Bay.
Yeah, I think he might go to like the Bills or one of those teams that are pushing for like a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think Green Bay is a really good option for that because now they've got nothing at wide receiver. Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
he does go to Green Bay, I mean that'd be a good trade for Green Bay, but I'd love him to go to the Eagles, of course.
Yeah, you guys need a wide receiver too, right?
These guys, they need a wide receiver 1, too.
No, Devontae's a wide receiver one. He's good.
Devontae's pretty good, yeah.
He was good. I think he had like 900 something receiving yards.
Yeah.
And they were a rushing attack. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in his rookie year, and he has time to grow.
But yeah, I think the Eagles. I think they'll sign someone in free agency and they'll probably like draft one in like the second round.
Probably, but the problem is we haven't had like a player who's gone over 1,000 yards since like I think it's either 2016 or 2014.
I think no. I
It's
think
been, like,
Zach
years.
Ertz. Yeah, I think you're talking about wide receivers. Zach Ertz definitely
Yeah,
had.
wide receivers.
Yeah. I think Zach Ertz had multiple 1,000-yard seasons with you guys.
Yeah, Zach Ertz has had, I think it was 17 and, no, I think it was 18 and maybe a couple other years.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
if we're talking in totality and coming back to Deshaun Watson, it's crazy how there's so many quarterbacks being traded in this offseason. And I don't think there was ever like an offseason in which so many quarterbacks were just switching teams.
This is just, I think, one of the most entertaining off seasons I've ever seen.
Big facts.
So many moves.
Yep.
Like players signing contracts and backing out, like Zadarius Smith, Randy Gregory.
And J.D. McKissick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, JD went to. He's gonna go Buffalo. Washington offered him the same contract. He's like, oh, I'll go back.
But we still have J.D.
And then they went out. They went out and got Von Miller for an absurd contract.
Yeah, I know. They were mad.
Yeah, Von Miller contract's the only reason Zadarius Smith's not a Raven right now. Because Ravens signed him, he accepted verbally at least. And then the second that contract was signed, Zadarius saw he was making like 8.5 million a year, while Vaughn is making 20 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
He immediately backed out of that deal.
How do you guys feel about the Von Miller deal?
He's not playing for 6 years.
I mean, it's not all fully guaranteed. A lot of that is incentives. And even though you see a contract for 6 years, it's very rare that a player actually plays their entire contract in the NFL. Because you see them get cut or traded or released.
Restructured, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think that I didn't think that he was going to get signed to more than a 2-year deal.
Yeah, same. I don't know, 6 years, 120 million. I mean, 120 million.
I highly doubt he's going for 6 years.
Oh,
He'll be
yeah.
38
I'd say
by
he
the
has
time.
one elite year left, and then after that, it's just going to start going down.
Yeah, I think he'll have like 10 sacks. Because that Bills D-line, they don't really have too many stars, if you know what I mean. They have a bunch of okay guys, like Ed Oliver, like he was a first-round pick, but he's okay. He's not like elite, if you know what I mean. So they needed that one piece. That's probably why they got Von Miller.
Yeah. I think they were just upset that they couldn't get McKissick, so they just got Von Miller. Like, I'll just give you a bunch of money because why not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Von Miller hasn't had a 10+ sack season since 2018.
How many sacks
He's
did he
been
have
going
that season?
down 14 and a half.
Oh.
Yeah.
He had 5 last year. Was he injured this last season?
No, he had 9.5 last year.
Yeah, 9.5. Yeah.
4.5 for Denver, 5 for LA.
This past season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because yeah. Combined, he had a 5 with the Rams, 4.5 with the Broncos.
And he wasn't really doing too much with the Rams, if you know what I mean. I feel like during that playoff run, that's when he really got heated up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. He wasn't really a contributing factor until that playoff run.
Mm-hmm. 2 sacks in the Super Bowl, like we said. And I remember they were harassing Tom Brady. I mean, he's always harassed Tom Brady, like if you go back multiple years. But yeah, that was cool.
I mean, who doesn't like harassing Tom Brady?
Mm-hmm.
He's Tom Brady.
Any time you can get him to not get another ring, it's worth it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He might actually win another one this year, like people have said. It's every other year, right?
Mhm.
If he does,
I mean, he has the team to do it. The NFC is a lot worse than the AFC
Exactly.
by miles.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to at least the NFC Championship game.
How many 10-win teams are going to be excluded from the AFC playoff picture?
I'm saying a lot.
I'd say like maybe 2, because we've seen
I'd
it like
say-
the
We
Dolphins.
saw it this past season.
Mm-hmm. We saw it with the Dolphins last year as well.
Yeah. I'd say 3.
Mm-hmm.
I just
I'd give it
find it
3.
funny that maybe 8 or 9 and 6, 9 and 8 team in the NFC
Yeah.
could make the playoffs easily. Well, in the AFC, you're done.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
be like
AFC, the competition in the AFC is just it's so much higher.
especially in the AFC West.
Yeah.
Like the quarterbacks, especially the NFC has like what 2 elite quarterbacks, maybe 3 if Tom Brady still plays elite. I guess they have Rodgers, Stafford, and Brady for their elite quarterbacks. Then after that, there's a pretty big fall down to like
Murray,
Kyler Murray,
Dak.
Dak.
Yeah.
Well, the AFC, I mean, there's like 5 guys you can include in the elite category.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's crazy, man. It's gonna be so fun watching the playoffs next year. It's also gonna be really sad because you're gonna have to root for one. There's not gonna be multiple of them coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
AFC playoffs are going to be something else to watch. I can see it being better than this year's playoffs easily.
This year's
Gonna be a lot
playoffs
more
weren't really
competition.
that good.
The divisional rounds were crazy.
Yeah,
Every single game came down to a game winner. Every
exactly.
single one.
There were 3 overtime
Yeah,
games
Like,
and 1.
That was crazy. And
The wild card was the
not
wild card wasn't all that great, but the divisional, that was absolutely
Divisional and
fire.
conference were absolute fire. In the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady
Yeah.
climbing back.
Super Bowl was kind of fire.
The Super Bowl, I don't know. I mean, it was all right, but I wouldn't say it was fire.
It wasn't better than the Bills Chiefs game.
It was not.
Bro.
Not even close, but
That Bills Chiefs game, bro. That
I can't believe Russell Wilson left the NFC West and all that pass rush just to go to the AFC West, where it could be even worse.
exactly. Now that we have players like
Khalil Mack just joining.
Khalil Mack, Max Crosby, Chandler Jones. Who else? Who else they have?
Frank Clark, is he still on the Chiefs? He's a decent pass rusher.
Yeah, he's all right.
Chris Jones. Yeah.
Joey Bosa. Oh my God.
Mm.
If the Broncos don't build up an O-line, then I don't think Russ is going to be very happy.
They have a decent O-line,
Yeah.
not an elite O-line. I think they need to make it elite.
No matter how elite your line is, how are you going to defend against Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack at the same time, Chandler Jones, and Max Crosby at the same time? That is just
abuse
that's almost
screens.
unfair.
You just have to abuse screens. Just keep using.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm saying, like, I kind of think that the wide receiver core is a downgrade from what Russell Wilson just came from.
I mean, it depends on how Judy plays. If Judy has showed such great signs that he could be great, but if he's good, if Cortland Sutton is fully recovered from his injury, Tim Patrick too, he's a jump ball machine.
But here's my perspective on things, right? So personally, I feel like the receivers in Seattle benefited from how good Russell Wilson is. If he goes to Denver, those receivers automatically become so much better.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen those receivers put with a good quarterback. If you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
If they had Drew Lock, I mean Teddy Bridgewater isn't awful, but he's not. up
He's no
there.
Russell Wilson.
I don't think he's ever
Yeah.
had more than like 20 touchdowns in his career.
Well, Russ has been putting up stats like that.
Exactly, like every year.
Yeah.
I could very easily see people taking Jerry Jeudy like first 3 rounds in fantasy this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That easily. Well, last year he was a late pick.
Mm-hmm.
Was he even drafted in our league? We had a very small league. Was he even drafted?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think Jiva might have drafted him.
No, I'm pretty sure he was a free agent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with Russ, he's getting picked up. There's no way he isn't.
Yeah.
So Green Bay, like,
Mhm.
what do you think they're gonna do? How much noise do you think they're gonna make with an Aaron Rodgers 4-year, $150 million? Zadarius Smith is gone. Adams is gone. Billy Turner is gone. But Preston Smith comes back on a 4-year, $52 million.
I'm saying.
I don't know how well they're gonna
Minnesota
do.
Vikings,
First of
Minnesota
all, I just wanted to
Vikings
say
might have a
this.
field
I
day with them.
I feel like Zadarius Smith is better than Preston Smith. Also, I feel like they're gonna draft Treylon Burks in the first round, and maybe even get OBJ or one of those guys as well.
They're gonna get either OBJ or what's his name, Julio. They're gonna get one of them. Aaron Rodgers is recruiting.
They'll draft one
Why would
as well.
OBJ leave right after he won a Super Bowl?
Because the Rams don't need him.
Yeah, they have
They
Van
really
Jefferson. Oh, what's it called?
Cup.
And Robinson.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're set.
They just got rid of Robert Woods too. So.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just hearing you say those words, they could have Julio Jones and Odell Beckham. Just imagine that in like 2013, 2014.
Oh man.
Just imagine Julio Jones and Odell Beckham on the same football team. That with Aaron Rodgers, that would be the most dominant offense. Like we've seen it a lot.
That's a
Oh,
Madden.
my.
That's a Madden team, man. That's crazy.
Easily.
Yeah.
But
So, with Green Bay, do you think they're gonna finish top or bottom of their division? Like first, second, third, or fourth?
so I
You
guess
got-
they-
Division
you
isn't. That
You got a
division's
very
alright.
bad. You got a very bad Detroit team. You got a decent Bears team who's probably gonna lose Akeem Hicks,
they're
who's
rebuilding.
already lost Cleo Mack. I don't see them doing. a lot
They're
of
literally
noise.
rebuilding while drafting a
Yeah.
quarterback. Like I don't get what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm
So
I'm saying
ultimately, it
Green
comes
Bay's
down
are
to.
I mean, who's
it also
stopping
comes
them?
down
It-
to
It's between the Vikings
Packers.
and Green Bay.
yeah.
If
And-
it depends on what other noise the Vikings make in free agency.
Yeah,
We've got
Yeah.
Hicks, Jordan Hicks, Johnny Munt, and Austin Schlotman, and Harrison Phillips. Then we restructured Harrison Smith and Adam Thielen's contracts, and
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is taking less money, so 14 mil.
All I'm saying, I think that the Vikings are probably gonna be top of the NFC North.
Top of the
Yeah,
yeah.
NFC
They'll
North.
either be one or two. I mean, there's no way that the Bears or
Yeah.
the Lions will be even close to that. But
The Lions are
If the
low-key a
Lions are
sleeper.
over, if
Low-key
the
a
Lions are
sleeper.
over you guys, I'm laughing. I am.
the Lions, who are their receivers right now?
The
I'm a,
Amon Ross,
I'm gonna-
St. Brown.
yeah, I'm not butchering that.
Oh,
name.
DJ Chark.
Oh yeah, they did just sign him.
They got
Is that it?
Swift. They got Swift, but
Mhm.
they have
Yeah.
Jared Goff throwing the ball.
Penei Sewell.
Pinay, that was a pretty nice pick. He hasn't been letting up a lot.
I mean,
But-
they have talent, but they still have Jared Goff.
It hurts me to know that Jared Goff is a top 10 paid quarterback in the NFL.
Well, he got the Ram. Well, not him. What's Todd Gurley basically got the Rams.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley in that defense. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're forgetting Cooper Kupp played. Not Cooper Kupp. Jared Goff played in the Super Bowl not too long ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that year, I'm pretty sure lots of people were saying he was a top 10 quarterback and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, he was playing like one.
Yeah, he was.
And then he
you're right.
put up 3 in the Super Bowl.
And then Todd Gurley got arthritis, which kind of correlated to Jared Goff somehow not being a good quarterback anymore.
Yep.
Just that
Well, I
running
mean,
back
Jared
being
Goff's
bad.
whole entire thing was Todd Gurley, so.
Yeah, I remember Cam Anderson was just signed during that playoff run, and he was balling out too with Todd Gurley. So that was interesting. So, do you guys want to talk about any of the other deals like Fletcher Cox?
Yeah, Fletcher Cox for 1 year, 14 million.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he got released. They signed him 2 days later. I'm like, why would you release a guy? Then the same team signs him 2 days later.
Well, the
I
reason
mean,
why
you
they
see
did
that a lot.
Yeah, the reason why
Probably
they did
just
that is for
contract
contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I don't know how good he's going to be. How old is he? I know he's
30,
up there.
30 flat.
Old.
Oh, 30 flat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he was like 34 plus.
That man was ancient, bro.
Yeah, that Eagles D line, I think that'll be really good this year because they have
No, he's
Fletcher,
31.
Brandon Graham, Javon Hargrave,
Yeah.
and they have Josh Sweat, and now they have Hassan Reddick. So they could be really, really good. Because in my opinion, Javon Hargrave is like a top 10 D tackle. They still have Fletcher Cox. And on top of that, Josh Sweat is a pretty decent defensive end. I think he had 7 sacks. And Brandon Graham is coming back because he got injured at the beginning of last year, so we never actually got to saw how
Yeah.
that D line would play with him. And they have Hassan Reddick, like I said. So I'm pretty sure they should probably be top 5 in sacks.
I'm scared of that Washington defensive line, man. They are absolutely loaded. They have Montez Sweat, Chase Young. Who are those defensive tackles? Jonathan Allen. Who's your other defensive tackle?
Deron Payne.
Deron Payne, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not really that excited about our D line anymore because I feel like people keep saying that it's elite or whatnot. Like if you actually watch them, Chase Young, I expected 15 sacks from him this year, but he had like 1.5 up until week 9 when he tore his ACL. Montez Sweat, I feel like he has an ego, and he doesn't, I don't know, he doesn't have that dog mentality, you know what I mean? He's like lazy. And Deron Payne is either hit or miss in terms of games. The only like elite defensive lineman that I feel that we have is Jonathan Allen, personally, because he had like 9.5 sacks. And personally, I feel like he's a snub from the Pro Bowl and All Pro, or just All Pro, I mean. So
Would love to see Ravens try to make a trade for him, man. Pair him with Michael Pierce.
you can have
Odafe
Deron.
Owe.
You can have Deron or Montez.
Nah, Jonathan Allen.
No, you can give us Lamar, and we can give you Carson Wentz and Deron.
I think
That's a very good trade.
Yeah, it's a really good trade, right?
I don't know.
I'd take Chase Young. Like, I
He
don't
just got
know.
injured though, so we don't know how he's gonna perform.
I don't care. Chase Young, amazing prospect, huge talent.
He has
I
huge
take
talent.
Chase Young.
And that's why I'm so mad at our D-line coach, because we have so much talent at the defensive line position, but we're not getting enough talent. We're not getting enough production from them. Like, cool, like 9 sacks, 7 sacks. Like, that's not what elite pass rushers do. You need to get 15, 14, big numbers like that, not average numbers. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we need
A
more
player,
production.
I know this is kind of biased, but a player that I could see absolutely going off this year is Odafe Owe, the Ravens, because we just got a new defensive coordinator. We're finally switching schemes to an actual pass rush oriented scheme, not having our outside linebackers covering wide receivers for some reason. Because with the firing of Wink Martindale, we're actually going to rush the passer and just let our dudes eat. And I could see Odafe Owe absolutely tearing up the league.
Are you switching to a 4-3?
I can't remember.
Because you
I
said that.
think that we were on a 4-3, and now we're going to a 3-4.
Oh, okay. Wait, so that means Odafe Owe is a linebacker?
Yeah,
Outside
linebacker. But I think that we're gonna be trying to like make him more of an edge rusher, you know, because
Mhm.
Wink Martindale always tried to make all these dudes cover instead of just letting them rush the passer. Like you see that with Matt Judon. We had Matt Judon, Zadarius Smith on the same line, and you know their stats were never that great because I mean we just didn't have good pass rush schemes.
Mhm.
See, there was a problem. We were the highest rate blitzing team in the league, but every year we didn't even like touch the top 10 in sacks.
Yeah, that's an issue.
That's a big issue.
That is.
Mhm.
But
So you're
now,
blitzing, you're expecting to get to the quarterback, not
yeah.
letting him throw the ball all over the field against you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So speaking of big issues, what in the world is Jacksonville doing?
Oh my God, Christian Kirk. Jesus.
Christian
Not
Kirk-
even he was the wide receiver 3 on his team, and now he's getting paid what top 5 money now?
Top
Mhm.
I don't
3, I'm
know.
pretty sure.
Pretty sure number 1 is
Bills.
Devontae, number 2 is DeAndre Hopkins, number 3 I think is Keenan Allen?
Yeah.
It's either Keenan Allen or Kirk. I don't know which one.
I know DJ Moore just got that big deal, and he's one of the top paid now. But
Yeah, I mean,
just
all
the
the
Jaguars,
receivers,
I don't know what they're doing.
all the receivers that are waiting to get paid are smiling right now after seeing what Christian Kirk got.
Oh, yeah,
See, but you
that
can't really
is a
blame
lot of
Christian
money.
Kirk. It's just the Jaguars. The Jaguars just ruined the wide receiver market.
Do you think it's more Doug Peterson or that GM Bulky that are throwing out these?
I mean,
deals?
probably the general manager.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're trying to set up Trevor Lawrence for a playoff push, I think, at least. Because I feel like if we look at that defense, it's pretty decent. I mean, they have Josh Allen. They have what's his name? They have some talent on their defense, basically.
They have the better Josh Allen. They have they just lost Miles Jack. Who do they have on that defense? I'm pretty sure they just signed someone.
I think their
Um,
offense is just going to be better.
Yeah, Malcolm
Evan
Brown.
Evan
Or-
Ingram. Oh man.
Oh yeah,
I
Evan
don't-
Ingram. What a
I don't
signing!
really like that. I don't
Like a
like that
10-year,
signing.
$10 million deal, 1 year. What a great signing!
I do not like that signing.
The
I mean-
greatest hands in the NFL. We've all seen it.
I think he just needs
So-
confidence. I mean, he's been dealing with really bad QB play for like the last, what is it, like 4 years? He just needs a new scene, I think, and he's really
And he
talented.
does.
So,
Mm.
because if you go back in the
Oh, yeah.
archives, you saw that he had 750 yards in his rookie season when he had Eli for the entire year, and then after that he had Daniel Jones and all of those bum
Yeah.
quarterbacks. So his production kind of diminished.
But Evan Ingram's hands are just elite, bro. They're unstoppable.
Yeah, I think it's a confidence problem personally.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Going back to Christian Kirk, Jarvis Landry tweeted either that after Christian Kirk was paid that either that or our prices just went up. How are we locking down guys who get paid more than us? It's all blessings though.
This is Jalen Ramsey, right?
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey tweeted that. And then Darius Slay also tweeted, I need to start working on my routes. Backpedaling is not it no more. So does this mean you guys could see cornerbacks getting paid more than wide receivers? Because
Yeah,
they're getting paid to lock down people who are getting paid a lot more than them.
I mean, we usually see position groups try to like work together to get each other more bread. So I feel like they're gonna come together as a union and demand more money. If you know what I
Christian
mean?
Kirk is at the forefront of that for the wide receiver core.
Like Tre'Davious White, Jalen Ramsey, Marlon Humphrey, Jair Alexander, all of them, they're gonna start demanding way more money.
JC Jackson I think he's making like 16.5 million a year right now.
And Christian Kirk is getting 21 million, right?
Yeah, JC Jackson has a 5-year, $82 million deal to
Mm-hmm.
the Chargers, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which the Chargers are fixing their defense. Like their pass rush was pretty good, and their defensive backs and just the back there was eh. But JC Jackson, that's gonna help.
They need
Will
to draft. I think they need to draft like a linebacker that can impact the run, because right now, like you saw it in that Raiders game at the end of the year, they could not stop the Raiders from running. So
Yeah, that's kind of why they got Khalil Mack and Joseph Day. But
more
I
so
can see
than
them
no.
drafting Jordan Davis too. That would be a very scary defensive line right there.
Oh
It
man,
would,
Jordan
it would.
Davis would not be fun.
But yeah, I mean
That would just help the AFC West in being the hardest division.
the Chargers have to get to the divisional this year at least.
If
division.
they don't, bro, everything is just not for a cause, bro.
Exactly. If they don't get to the divisional, I'm gonna have a huge rant on their coach, because I don't like that guy
Yeah.
right now as it is. If he doesn't win with all that talent, what the heck are you doing, man?
And he has way too much talent to be not doing well in the playoffs, or
Yeah.
actually just completely missing the playoffs.
Exactly.
If he doesn't do well, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. Would you guys? So, who's the biggest winner of free agency?
Chargers
Oh,
or
that's
Broncos?
tough. I'd
Chargers or
say
Broncos.
Not Russell Wilson. He left he left Seattle to try and get out of that pass rush.
I'd say
And
the
now-
I'd say the
and now
Browns
it's
personally.
Ran into a new pass rush.
If the Browns re-sign Jarvis Landry, I could see it being the Browns too.
Mhm.
If they re-sign Landry.
I mean, do trades count as free agency though, or is it just signing free
It's
agents
just-
that would count?
Or who's the biggest winner of transactions in
offseason
free
so
agency?
far.
Yeah.
Who's a,
All right.
yeah. I mean, Patriots also got Chase. Not Patriots. The Browns also got Chase Winovich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have the Patriots signed any wide receivers?
No.
Didn't they lose
I don't
Jacoby
think so.
Myers too?
Bro,
No, it was
Right.
Kendrick Bourne.
I don't think the Patriots have done anything noiseworthy this
Patriots should
offseason
start-
besides the Chase Winovich trade.
they should
Mhm.
start doing something, because like they have basically no wide receivers.
They have a bunch of wide receiver 2s and 3s. They need that one number 1.
Definitely.
So everything else
They
gets
need
slotted
that
perfectly.
amazing wide receiver. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't go after Allen
Out of the
Robinson
draft.
this year.
They probably tried.
Yeah, they probably sent him a contract. He didn't like it, and just,
Yeah.
that's the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yeah,
like they'll try to get them out of the draft.
Yeah. What pick do the Patriots have?
I can check right now.
They have the 21st pick. So I think they can get their hands on a wide receiver like
Maybe
George
Chris
Pickens.
Olave.
George Pickens, one of those guys.
I could maybe see Olave dropping that deep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I bet there's a lot of thirsty teams looking for a wide receiver in that 10 to 20 range. So that could be interesting too. But I mean, yeah, like this free agency is insane. Like lots of things going down. It's one of the best free agencies I've ever seen personally.
Based off this free agency, what do you think your guys' teams need to target in the draft? Let's start with Julian. What do you think the Eagles need to go for in the draft?
Wide receiver, linebacker, cornerback. Simple as that.
Right? Yeah, you guys could pair up someone with Darius Slay. Imagine if Sauce Gardner falls to the Eagles. Darius Slay and Sauce Gardner.
That wouldn't happen.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, but just imagine. All right, what about Washington? What do you think you need to target the draft?
Middle linebacker, free safety. Even though we re-signed Bobby McCain, but I'd like one. Probably another wide receiver. Although I'm pretty sure for some reason they think that we're fine at wide receiver. And we need more depth in the D line.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Wide
guys
receiver
lost
core.
Matt Ioannidis.
Ioannidis and Tim Settle, both of our interior depth pieces. So we need to add more depth. Honestly, I think we need to add more depth across the board. And maybe we can target a right guard because we lost Sheriff.
I don't think your wide receiver core is too bad. McLaurin and Samuel. It's not too bad.
But here's the
They
thing.
need more depth.
Samuel has improved himself. So we don't know what he is.
Yeah.
But I bet that's how they're viewing it. Like, oh, we have Samuel, we have De'Ami Brown, we have Terry McLaurin. But personally, I feel like we need one more receiver at least just to improve that core. But
Yeah.
Just to solidify it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, what about for Minnesota? What do you think
Sauce
you need to
Gardner.
do in the draft?
Just Sauce Gardner. Just
Sauce.
corner.
Any positions? Any other positions?
We need a corner and a D line. No, or O line. Just any type of lineman or Sauce Gardner.
This is a great offensive lineman and secondary draft.
I would love Sauce Gardner.
I mean, if Daniel Hunter gets traded,
Anyone
you guys
would
could
love Sauce
need a
Gardner.
defensive
No,
line too.
I don't think we're gonna touch Daniel Hunter. He just we just gave him a bunch of money, so odds are unless we trade him, he's staying for the next 2 years.
Oh, okay. How about you, Josh?
Baltimore, I could see us going after a edge rusher or secondary. That's my biggest thing. Either if Sauce Gardner falls to 14, I feel like we're taking Sauce Gardner. If not, I think George Karlaftis. But no, I want Sauce, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys somehow get Sauce, I am gonna be very upset with Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell.
Oh my God, that's secondary. If we get Sauce Gardner, just imagine it. You have Chuck Clark, who I think is a very underrated safety. Marcus
I think
Williams.
you guys are probably gonna get Stingley. That's
Yeah.
who I'm thinking.
But we don't. We after that injury wreck of a year that we just had, I really don't want an injury. A person with bad injury history.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean,
what? You don't want Lamar Jackson then?
No, Stingley. Stingley has had a very injury-ridden past. But can you just take a second to imagine this secondary? You have Chuck Clark, Marcus Williams, Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, and then if we get Sauce Gardner, oh my God.
if healthy,
On the
that's no fly zone.
chance you get Sauce.
That is
on
no
offense.
fly zone.
That is no fly zone.
But it's also a very good cornerback draft. Then Bobby McCain, Derek Stingley,
Yeah.
which if Derek Stingley can, if he doesn't get injured, he's a very good corner.
Yeah, but you have to go all the way back to I think it was 2019, or was that? Or am
I think it was
thinking
his
of Sauce?
rookie season was the last time we really saw him go off.
Exactly. That's why I'm a little bit concerned. Like,
Yeah.
it's like he hasn't played since 19, so I don't know. But I hear you guys talking about getting Sauce Gardner, but I feel like he's gonna be drafted in the top 10.
I feel like the
Don't say that,
Jets are
man.
gonna
Not
probably
very
get
nice.
Sauce Gardner.
The Jets just need help
need
almost
Sauce
everywhere.
Gardner. They
I could
need
see
help
the,
on everything.
Did the Jets replace Marcus May?
I don't know. They're fourth right now. That's all I know.
I think I can.
I could
check
see
what-
them taking Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah,
They-
I think them or
'Cause
the
I-
Giants. They'd take Kyle Hamilton.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure Marcus May was signed somewhere else. I don't think that they've replaced him yet. You know, Tyrann Mathieu also still hasn't signed a contract anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in my opinion, if the Eagles don't get Sauce Gardner, I'm just saying they should go for like someone like
What pick
Andrew
do you have?
Jr. or something like that. We have 15. We have
Uh,
15, 16, and 19, I believe.
The Ravens and
Or-
Vikings pick before you. If somehow the
Yeah.
Ravens and Vikings pass up on Sauce,
Yeah, that's
On
not
the
happening.
very-
Someone has to
No,
get fired.
I said if we can't get Sauce, I'm thinking of getting like Andrew Booth Jr. as like.
I could see you guys going after Drake London, get that big body wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Drake London would be nice,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, Chris Olave seems more like a pick that we're probably gonna take.
Yeah, but you guys need size, right?
Yeah, you guys have good
Yeah,
route
but-
runners. You need
Yeah,
some.
but
You need some size.
as we know, the Eagles are the Eagles. All they want is speed. We're taking Chris Olave.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning into our podcast. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share it to your friends, and we'll be back with another video next week.